How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
Some idea.
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them. I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do, and this influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.
facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? I'm burning in the stone yet. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone This is the final time. What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the stone There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone This is the final Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be out you. Won't anybody help us? What are we running for? When there's nowhere we can run to anymore. We can't afford to be innocent. Stand up and face the enemy. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible. And with the power of conviction, there is no sacrifice. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible.
Who the fuck is Karlyn? She's just some sweet lady. She's like in a knitting. She does like a knitting stream. She's like a knitting YouTuber. She does knitting.
Can we grow up a little bit and
Alt
not
Girl
be
sent $200.
retarded?
Have you
Please.
seen the work of Karlyn Borysenko? Anti-commie cult leader and is obsessed with looking at what actual far-left communists are talking about and organizing today, infiltrating them. They infiltrated the universities, schools, media. She has the receipts to back it up. Primary source evidence. Infestation is dire and she calls Republicans idiots eating slop. Agree.
Thank you for the big super chat. Yeah, oh, I know Karlyn B. She's solid. She's funny. I
The
like
great
her.
noticer sent 200.
Literally.
So
not
it's,
Ian.
it's not because I haven't dangled my junk into the combat zone on purpose to get some camera footage, but that's the big part of what's the
Is
problem.
that what you call reporting?
Go
and live
under if
streaming?
you're going to do it.
Yeah,
go
seriously.
undercover. Otherwise, you're wearing a hunk of meat in a lion's den. Nick Shirley, I love you. Take care of yourself, man. Karlyn Borysenko went undercover. Do stuff like that. Like if you want to expose this thing, don't pariah.
But
Please.
Ian, here's and I agree with you to an extent.
Am I on a generational run? Is this actually happening? Is this actually real life? Did I just do an hour on Infowars with Harrison Smith? And it was fucking awesome. That interview was awesome. I didn't know it was going to go an hour. I thought it was only going to go like a half hour. And he just kept, I was like, holy shit, this is actually happening. And he's letting me talk about my work and he's asking good questions. Do you guys know the part that I almost started crying. I was so happy when Harrison Smith was like, why are you the only person doing this? I'm like, Harrison? Like, welcome to my world. Like, welcome to my world. Why am I the only person doing it? That is a great question, Harrison Smith. That is a great question. Because, like, oh my God, for people who don't know, I have been doing this for years. I have been screaming into the void for years. And it's only recently that people have started paying attention, and it's just like, it is insane. And now that people are actually paying attention and they're actually looking at what I'm doing, they're like, holy shit, why didn't we see this before? And I'm like, I know. Come with me. Come with me, young one. Come with me, young Padwin, and I will walk you through the dystopian nightmare that I have been covering for years that you guys have no clue is going on because your media refuses to cover it. Yo! That was awesome. That was awesome. I cannot even say enough good things about that interview. And it's just like, I didn't expect it to be that good, to be honest. Like, I really didn't expect it to be that good because you guys know I've done interviews before. Obviously, I've been doing like, but it's just like there's only one other person that has interviewed me like that before, and that's the Catholic priest. Shout out Father Mateague. We love Father Mateague on this channel because Father Mateague is a Catholic priest that has me on his radio show every once in a while, and Father Mateague does the best interviews, and he's so inquisitive, and he watches my work and he watches my streams, and he knows what he's talking about. And I love to, and I'm not, like, everyone knows, like, I'm not a Christian, right? But like, I love being interviewed by the Catholic priest because he is the best interviewer. And now Harrison Smith is added to the like god tier interview because that interview was awesome. That was awesome. I got to talk about so many different things. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought he just wanted to talk about the salting stuff. Like, I was like literally only in my head prepared to talk about the salting stuff because, like, I thought that was what he wanted to talk about. But the fact that he was talking about my work and he was like showing my Substack, he was showing my Twitter, he showed the Center for Left Wing Studies, which is awesome. Volunteers are going to be getting a message from me soon. I know I owe many of you an email, okay? My DMs on Discord are deep right now. I know that I owe many of the Center for Left Wing Studies volunteers emails, okay? I know. Okay, it's been a busy week. I know. We will get back to that. But we're focusing on me right now. Holy shit, that was awesome. The victory tour is in effect. Thank you, Tayton, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Amelia, I love that Tim Pool looked so upset when he had mentioned me. I know, that was the best. That was just the best. That made the whole clip, was like the look on Tim's face where he was like, And I don't know that Tim actually cares one way or the other, quite frankly, but if you put a sound effect in, it just does it all, and it's just like makes for an awesome video. Yo! Was I just on Infowars for an hour? In the final days of Infowars before it's taken over? And made into something stupid. That's crazy. Well, at least I got in. I got onto Infowars before the feds demolished it. I got into Infowars before they took it over. And listen, man, Alex Jones and that whole team, they're gonna be fine with whatever they're doing. And I hope everyone knows they're gonna be fine with whatever they're doing. But it's like that's just like, what a trip, man. I never actually thought that I would get. You guys gotta understand, and I'm just gonna talk on this stream. I have an interview coming up in about an hour with a friend of mine. I will tell you where I'm gonna be. So I have an interview. It's so funny. My libertarian friend DL Cummings, like a couple weeks ago, was like, Karlyn, will you come on my podcast and talk to me about the left? And I was like, sure, DL, of course I will, because he's a good dude. It's much smaller than Infowars, obviously, because it's like a libertarian thing. But I do have an interview in about an hour, so I will let you guys know where you can find that. If you want to come in, but I'm just gonna talk for a little while, and we're just gonna hang out and celebrate that I was just on Infowars for a fucking hour, and it was awesome, and it was great. Hey, Goro over on Rumble, how do I send you a DM on Goro? Okay, so it's Goro. If you've already sent me a DM on Substack, I just haven't answered it yet. I owe people, guys. Let me be clear. For everyone that sent me a DM, for the people who I owe free Substack subscriptions to, or I owe an email about the Center for Left Wing Studies, my DMs are deep right now. So I will be getting back to everyone. It's just been an extremely busy week. I have a bunch of DMs on Substack. I have a bunch of DMs on Twitter. I have a bunch of DMs on Discord I need to answer. I'm not ignoring you guys. I know I should be more responsive. It's just been a really busy week. Chief Trumpster, appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Doing great work. Awesome. Let's see Big Sammy over on Rumble. You're brilliant as usual, Karlyn. Awesome, awesome. My guess is Karlyn single-handedly moved a couple million apathetic righties into action. I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope so. Donnie girl, congratulations. Hey, thanks, Donnie, for always being an amazing channel. Yeah, Goro, if you sent it on Substack, I have it. I just haven't answered it yet just because I've been busy. But I will be getting you your free subscription. Don't worry about that. You guys help me out. I will hook you up with freebies. I just may not do it right this second, but I will do it. It'll be done this weekend, okay? For sure. Anyway, holy shit. Holy shit. Well done, young lady. Yeah, I'm young. I'm 29, as you guys all know. Keep the commies on the run. Well, we're trying. We're trying. Yeah, I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Listen, guys, if you're trying to get a hold of me, I am literally a one-person show. I don't have a producer. I don't have an assistant. I have 18 email boxes filled with socialist training and 15 websites to run and a daily live stream to do. And so I have a Halloween merchandise line to launch, and the Halloween merchandise line is going to get launched tomorrow, and it looks great. I am just stretched extremely thin right now. And so I apologize if I have not gotten back to you in an appropriate time period. I just have a lot going on. So, but like, my God, like, it just came out of nowhere, didn't it? It's like, who would have thought? Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss it when it was just us. And yeah, I mean, like, I've actually thought about this. So you guys gotta understand, for people who are newer to the channel, we have a close-knit community of people that we've been doing this stuff together for years. And then all of a sudden, we've got all these new people coming on the channel, and we want new people here. We love when new people are here. It's just a very different thing, okay? So I'm having to adapt my like, how I work. I'm having to adapt how I communicate out with people. And everyone else needs to adapt as well, because the whole point of this, yeah, we used to be a small cult. And now we are growing into a medium-sized cult, and eventually we will be a large cult, and we will take over the entire internet. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Kino's been here for 5 years. Man, the last couple weeks have been a trip, huh? Who would have thought? No, he got into everything. You got to go watch the second half of it. He got into everything. Is the Center for Left Wing Studies a nonpartisan educational resource? Yes, it is. Do you know why the Center for Left Wing Studies is nonpartisan? Because I don't care about Democrat or Republican. All I'm doing is presenting primary source evidence. So it is nonpartisan. If people on the left want to avail themselves of the educational resources, guys, we don't like, let me be very clear about this. I do not analyze data from the perspective of what can I do to own the libs. I don't give a flying fuck about owning the libs, okay? So when I'm analyzing data, I do it from an objective place. What does the data say? What are they doing? What does the language mean? And so I don't take money from political organizations. I do not shill a right-wing narrative or a left-wing narrative. The data is what the data is, what the data is. It is what it is, you know? But I appreciate it. Thank you, Malcolm. Kristen, great interview. There were 143,000 viewers on Twitter. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. The time has come. Everyday Therapist, you've been such an amazing supporter over the years. And I know you got upset with me every once in a while, but I've always appreciated you. Yeah, our time has come. Not just my time, our time. And I do mean that. This is not just about me. I've said this consistently. Just because I'm the one on the camera doesn't mean that this is about me. This is about all of us. This is about everyone that's been working towards this for years. It has not just been me. Listen, even though I work by myself and I'm kind of like a one-man show on terms of like the content I write and the videos and stuff like that, I have a community of people that's been rallying around me for years. This is like an award ceremony. Yes, I am accepting the award right now. I am accepting the award for being the Queen Socialist Interpreter of the Internet. I have taken my rightful place. James Lindsay is dethroned. There is no one out there doing it better than me. I think we can all agree on this now. One in the chat if I am the top interpreter of the left on the internet and the top leftist analyst on the internet. 2 in the chat if you think there's someone better than me. I'm serious about this. I'm serious. Tell me. 1 in the chat if I am, hang on, let me show it on the screen. 1 in the chat if I am the #1 analyst and infiltrator of the far left on the internet. 2 in the chat if there's someone out there doing it better than me. My time has come. I will accept my award. I have bled for this, goddammit. I have bled for this moment. I have cried on the internet multiple times. I have threatened to quit on the internet. Do you guys know how many of you have been here? How many of you have been here when I've been crying on the internet and saying, I just can't do this anymore. This is too hard and no one's listening to me and this sucks and I don't want to do this anymore. How many of you have sat through a Karlyn is quitting live stream on the internet? Because there's been at least 6 or 7 of them over the past several years. I have earned this moment of glory. Okay, I have earned this and I'm going to gloat and I'm going to be slightly obnoxious about it because I like the amount that I have had to struggle, my struggle when I write my memoir will be called My Struggle. The amount that I have had to struggle to get to this point, the amount of screaming and crying and cajoling and begging and pleading and making clips late into the night. Do you guys know how often I've stayed up till 3 or 4 in the morning making clips just to show people what's going on? Do you know how much sleep I have lost over the years? Do you guys know I have sacrificed my sanity for all of you? I have listened to over 5,000 hours of socialist training for all of you. Okay? I'm taking my moment. I'm taking my award, even though I don't get a trophy. I don't get a medal. All I get is accolades and super chats. And you know what? Accolades and super chats are still pretty great. And I appreciate accolades and super chats. But goddamn right, I'm going to, thank you for this award. This is for all of us. I appreciate everyone that has supported me on this journey. When it comes to fighting communism, I'll take all the friends I can get, regardless of the left or right. Yeah, real. Hail the queen. Exactly. Hail the queen, fascist, leftist analyst of the internet. Thank you guys. Harrison had some very plausible suggestions that the average Joe can do. He's a great asset to have. I agree. I've always liked Harrison Smith. I've always liked him. I always thought that, he just has a good energy. I just like that he's rather even keeled, even though his positions are not always even keeled, but I like the way he presents information. I loved that interview. That interview was awesome. I really just I enjoyed talking to him. I hope we get to do it again. Kino, this has been a massive, see, this is the point. This has been a massive group effort for 5 years, in the making, from public school infiltrations to the revolutionary far left. It's been a hell of a ride. Yes, it has been. Nick Incognito. And just imagine, we struggle session the fuck out of you many times not to quit, despite honestly, you did whine. Well, yeah, my own community had to force me not to quit on several occasions. Here's what would happen is I would do a live stream on the internet where I'm crying and I'm like, this is too hard and no one's listening to me and I can't do this anymore and this sucks, because I've literally driven myself insane watching socialist content on the internet, guys. I hope you all know that. I've sacrificed my sanity for all of you. And then as soon as I do a stream crying on the internet saying, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to quit, my community rallies around me and they're like, Karlyn, you can't quit. You have to keep going. I'm like, why? No one ever listens to me. And then I cry some more. And then they're like, Karlyn, shut the fuck up and get back on the internet. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, our struggle. This is our struggle. Okay? Our struggle. Yeah, that's why no one else does it. You will sacrifice your sanity on the altar of socialism. Who's ready? Who's ready to sacrifice their sanity like I've sacrificed my sanity? Dang. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. We're just chatting today. I was just live on Infowars with Harrison Smith, and it was awesome. I'm just scrolling through the chat. Holy shit. When Harrison Smith said, Karlyn, how have you been doing this and no one's covering it? I was like, I had to restrain myself. I was like, Harrison, do you want to have a conversation about conservative politics right now, Harrison? Do you really want to have this? Like, because I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to, listen, I'm not going to bitch and complain about the inner workings of conservative politics when I'm doing like a formal interview with someone. But damn, Trendlin, you got to see it. It was on Infowars. I'm sure you can just rewind the live stream. We're not going to watch the whole thing right now. Oh, man. Hand-holding on Zoom calls paid off. Yeah. Do you remember, Dragon Ball specifically one time had to, talk me off the ledge on a Zoom call where I was like, this sucks, and blah, blah, blah. And Dragon Balls is like, Karlyn, I understand you're teaching in an open-air classroom, and the problem is that anyone can come into an open-air classroom and be a dick, and maybe you should have the moderators just do a better job. My own community members who have been supporting me for years have had to talk me off the ledge of quitting multiple times. And I appreciate you guys, and I love you for it. Just found you recently, and I'm glad I did. Now I'm ride or die. Yes. Welcome to the shit show that never ends. Hey, thank you, Angry Gringo over on Rumble. I was asked what my political affiliation is because I had on my t-shirt, the only good communist is a dead communist, where Che is Candy Skull and Hole in the Skull. I replied, I'm a counterinsurgent. Yeah, I say we're counter-revolutionaries. We are counter-revolutionaries. Bro. What a time. What a time to be alive. I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure. To listen, I've always been productive about this stuff, but it's just oh man. I sometimes worry that I can't live up to the expectations that people have because it's too much, Like mapping the modern left. We talked about this on the show with Harrison. We have just scratched the surface of mapping the modern leftist ecosystem. We've just started. We haven't even really started yet. We're like tiptoeing into it right now. And it's like I feel so much pressure. Because it's like I don't see other people out there doing this. And I feel like there's a lot on my shoulders. And most of the pressure I'm putting there myself. I'll be honest about that. Hey, thanks, Brandon, for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate it. But I also feel like one of the things that's actually really helped in the past several weeks is I now have more supporters than I've ever had. And that's been something that's been, if I'm just going to be real for a second, and I'm literally just talking. I'm just talking off the top of my head. One of the things that has been really helpful over the past couple weeks is more people showing up to support my work than ever. More people financially supporting it because, guys, I'm just going to be honest. You don't get rich covering socialism on the internet. I used to be a corporate consultant. Do you know how much fucking money I made as a corporate consultant? You do not get rich covering socialism on the internet. And it's never been about money for me at all. I've never made decisions based on what I think is going to make me the most money. And I never will make decisions based on what I think is going to make me the most money. But I'll tell you guys, it was rough for a couple years. It was really rough because I had this group of people that were trying to destroy all my work. I had these smear campaigns that were spread about me. And because I had all these smear campaigns spread about me that were just ridiculous and not true, I lost a lot of supporters because of those smear campaigns. And it's been rough the last several years to get the supporter level back up to a place where I can finally sustain this and actually start to build it. And just the amount of new people supporting my work with, memberships on the channel, memberships on the Substack, super chats, merchandise sales. it's like overwhelming. And the thing of it is too is I don't expect to get rich covering socialism on the internet. That's not the point of all this. But I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can breathe. For people who don't know, if you weren't around at the beginning of the year, I was talking at the beginning of the year. I said, listen, if my content doesn't take off this year, I need to quit. Because it was just like it was financially putting me in a really hard position where I was constantly having to dig into savings just to fund the base level of work that I was doing, because I have many wonderful supporters, but it was still really hard. And so at the beginning of the year, I said, okay, we're going to give this one more year. And if it doesn't happen this year, it doesn't happen this year, and I just need to let it go. And I was really thinking, I'm like, is there even a market for what I'm doing? Are there even people that are interested in it? Because it was so hard to get the content out there, and it was so hard to get people to pay attention. And so now it's like I feel like I'm in a place where I can finally breathe, and just mentally over the past couple weeks, that's actually been really, really helpful in terms of I no longer have to think about how am I going to pay my bills this month and do all the other things I need to do. I'm now able to say, what do I need to do? Where is the best use of my energy right now? How can I like move this project forward? And that actually hasn't been the case for a while. And so I'm really just like, I'm so grateful for all the people who've shown up, sending in super chats, buying merch, signing up for the Substack, all that stuff. And because it's been monumentally helpful. And now that I kind of have this kind of like machine started where we're bringing in all these people are committed to it. Now we can really start to get shit done. Let me see some super chats. Let me see some What? Alex Jones just reposted me? For fucking real? Wait, are you shitting me? Alex Jones just reposted me. Are you shitting me? Hang on. Hang on. Are you shitting me? Where did he do that? I don't see that. Where do you see that? What did he repost? Where did you see that? Holy shit, that'd be crazy. If that happened, that would be crazy. From Infowars, they reposted me from Infowars. Hang on. We'll get it up on the screen so people can see. I don't see it from Alex Jones's account, but it might be from Infowars' account. All right. I don't see it on there either. Maybe you guys are seeing something I don't, but I don't see it on there either. Whatever. It's on his page. Where the fuck are you guys seeing this? How am I not seeing? Hang on. I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Alex Jones. We'll go to Alex Jones. Alex Jones. It's in his replies. Where? I don't see it. See, I don't see it, guys. What are you talking about? I don't see it. I'm looking in the replies right now. Someone sent a link to the... Someone sent me a link. I just passed it. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Yeah, I do not see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I think you guys are making... What the fuck are you talking about? What did he... The interview. Okay, that's not reposting me. That's not reposting me. That's reposting the interview. Okay. Musican's got it. Okay, now I see. Okay, now I see. Okay, now I see. Okay. Here's what we're talking about. Thank you. Obviously, I'm retarded with technology. Here it is on Infowars. Boom. Boom. Famous. Infowars. Famous. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. How fucking cool, man. You feel pressure because it's really important. Glad to ride your coattails. Hey, thanks, Nomeo. You've always been an awesome supporter. The interview was amazing. I love that he let me talk. I didn't expect it because I've been in so many interviews where they didn't let me talk and they didn't let me explain my ideas and they didn't let me explain the content. I'm so not used to being in an interview where I actually get to like talk about what's happening. And it was awesome. It was so cool. I love talking about this stuff, guys, and I just don't get a chance to do it all that often with other people that aren't you, of course. You deserve this so much, Karlyn. You have an awesome group that is serious about learning, and we're 1000% behind you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. It's the power of let's keep going for real. Don't think I haven't thought about that over the years too, man. Don't think I haven't thought about that. Maria, I came from James probably because of the smear campaign, and I thought I got to see this for myself. Yeah, do you guys remember when James Lindsay was smearing and defaming me for years? And I actually got so many people in my audience just because James was saying all this crazy shit about me on his Twitter account. Eat a dick, James. I win, James Lindsay lost. Why do people not want me to look so bad? Yeah, exactly. See, the smart people came here after that. You woke me up from my comfy, snooty, conservative stupor during lockdowns. You were like an oasis. I really appreciate that. Damn. They're all going to be seething. Are they seething yet? Are they complaining yet? Oh, man. Oh. I look so much better on this than Fox News, too. No stupid filter. No stupid green filter that makes me look like I'm wearing weird lipstick. Shit, that's so weird. I was on Infowars, guys. That's so fucking weird. Brain unscrambling, the things didn't make sense are slowly starting to clear up. Yup. Hey, I want to mention too, for everyone that just came here, I talked about this on the show with Harrison, but if you are new to my work, the very first thing that you should do, besides subscribing to the channel, of course, is I need everyone to go over to my Substack, sign up for an account for free. If you want to pay me $8 a month, $80 a year, you can totally do that. But everyone should minimally subscribe for free on Substack because I post all my best stuff over on Substack. When people are years ahead, they're regarded as crazy. Most interviews you do are crazy to see now because you knew long ago what was going on. And you know what, Tayton? I always knew that was the case. I knew in theory that was the case. But it's also like it's a constant mind fuck when I'm looking at this information and I'm like, this is happening right in front of me. This is real. This is real. This is real. And no one else is getting it yet. So, and I always knew, and I've said for years, like, I'm just ahead of everyone else. And it's good that I'm ahead of everyone else, but it also sucks that I'm ahead of everyone else because it makes it really hard sometimes for people to get it. But people are starting to get it, man. People are starting to get it. I bet the classical liberal tears taste delicious. Oh my God, they taste so good. They taste so good. The moms for liberty are going to be so mad. Suck it, James. Yeah, James Lindsay can eat every dick. Anyway, if you are new to my work and you would like a crash course in leftist language, what you need to do is go to the How to Speak Socialist section. And up at the top, the very first thing you want to do is go to the re-education course, and I'll put the link in the chat. This is also available on YouTube. It's uploaded a couple times on YouTube under different names, actually. But this is the re-education training. This is a 90-minute video that's an introductory breakdown to leftist language where I take you inside leftist trainings. I show you what they actually talk about. I break down the language for you. This is a very high-level video, and this is as short as I can make it. So if you are here looking for a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, That's not how we roll. We do long form videos here. We do long form deep dives. You have to be committed to the content. You have to be committed to taking the time to do it if you actually want to learn this. Learning how to speak leftist. Yeah, okay, thank you, Murphy's Pool. Guys, if you actually want to learn how to speak the language of the left, you cannot do that in a 5-minute video. You just can't. We are literally teaching people how to speak a foreign language. It's kind of like if you don't know Chinese, you cannot learn, or Mandarin or whatever. French. Let's do French because I actually, have more experience with that. If you want to learn how to speak French and you don't know how to speak French at all, you cannot watch a 5-minute video to learn how to speak French, okay? You actually have to sit down and learn the vocabulary and learn the definitions, and you have to learn how to pronounce things. You have to learn the French voice as it is. That all takes time. It is exactly the same thing when you are talking about learning how to speak socialist, learning how to speak the language of the left. You cannot do that in 5 to 10 minutes. It is its own language. It is its own dialect. How I teach it is a full immersion course where I'm not just saying, here's whiteness and that means capitalism, or here's what the gender binary means, or here's what social reproduction theory is. I'm not just doing that. I'm showing you actual clips from leftist trainings so that you can hear how the left talks about this stuff in the real world. And this is why we watch so much leftist content on this channel. For years, it's funny. For years, I had conservatives telling everyone that I'm a secret leftist. And when people said, well, why do you think Karlyn is a secret leftist? What conservatives would say is, well, she watches leftist content on her channel, so she must be a secret leftist because she's spreading leftist propaganda on her channel. I'm just going to let that sink in for a second. But the reason we watch leftist content on my channel is not because I'm a secret leftist that's trying to trick everyone. The reason that we watch leftist content on my channel is so that you can learn how the left actually talks in the real world, and you can hear it directly from them. Instead of someone saying, pinky swear, trust me, bro, you can also see the clips taken full in context so that you can see it from start to finish. And that is what we do in the training, okay? And so we've got this training. This is a 90-minute training. If you really like that one, we have the full How to Speak Socialist 4-hour on-demand crash course. I will be doing live classes again soon. I will also be doing a book club soon. So we will be doing another round of these live classes. But in the meantime, sign up for the on-demand class. It's just totally for free. It's available on the website. And do those 2 classes. Do re-education and then do How to Speak Socialist. And if you really want some extra credit, you can do this Introduction to Queer Marxism. That's getting into more dystopian stuff around the evolution of queer ideology specifically, which is what I'm writing a book on right now. But at least here is the order. You want to do re-education, and then you want to do How to Speak Socialist. And then once you do that, I just need you to just let it all marinate for a minute, because you're going to learn a lot of information in those 2 courses, and you might be a bit overwhelmed. You also want to come to my streams. We do almost daily live streams Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. We do Socialism Saturday, Saturdays at 6 p.m. And then if you still want more leftist content, we can always give you that. But I just tuned in. Any word on where Antifa is going next? Since they're not scared away in Portland. Anyone who's saying they're absolutely not scared away in Portland, that's not real. Listen, if you saw last night's coverage and you're thinking they're scared away, just remember it's the middle of the week. Just wait till this weekend. They are not scared in Portland. I promise you. Antifa is not scared at all in any way. Anyway. Oh, man. What a crazy day. What a crazy day. It's like an out of body experience. It's still like I need to have it like sink in that literally just happened. 3 cheers for our intrepid interpreter of commie comms. Here's a coffee, tea, or beer. Yeah, we have happy hour tomorrow. Just so you guys know, the stream tomorrow is not going to start until 6 p.m. because I have a radio interview tomorrow at 5:30 in New York City. And so I will be starting the happy hour stream tomorrow around 6 o'clock. And we're going to drink some beer tomorrow and we're going to celebrate. We are absolutely going to have an easy day tomorrow and it's going to be awesome. And hopefully we'll do protest coverage tonight. If Antifa's out protesting, we'll do protest coverage live stream tonight. But what do you guys have to say? I'm looking in the chat right now. So I'm not going to scroll back through the chat. The chat's been going pretty fast and furious. But if you want to say something like what channel in NYC, I forget. Whatever one I was on the last time. I forget which one it is. You cussed out a conservative tard earlier for calling Antifa soy boys and pussies. Okay, listen, I want to say this. We shit on conservatives a lot on this channel. We do. But I don't want conservatives to be scared away, and I don't want conservatives to feel unwelcome. It's not that conservatives are unwelcome, okay? It's really not. Conservatives are welcome, and we love it when conservatives come to the channel, all right? We do. I just really need conservatives to understand that if you're going to be on the channel, you have to acknowledge that there is a lot of retardation on your side, and that when we are complaining about conservative retardation, we are not talking about smart conservatives, okay? We're not talking about smart conservatives at all in any way. And for every conservative that wants to come into my chat and my replies and go, you should stop being so mean to conservatives. No. Nope. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Because I have earned the right to say whatever the fuck I want on the internet. I have earned the right to express my opinion. And my opinion is that there are a great many conservatives who act retarded. My opinion is that I have been attacked more by conservatives over the last 4 to 5 years than I've been attacked by the left. I have had conservatives try to destroy my work on multiple occasions. You know, you guys that like Harrison Smith asked, Karlyn, why haven't I seen your work everywhere? Do you guys want the honest answer as to why you haven't seen my work everywhere? Because for literally years, I have had conservatives trying to destroy my work repeatedly. I have had big influential people like James Lindsay spread smear campaigns on me. James Lindsay for years has told people I tried to sleep with him, which I never did. James Lindsay for years told people I had a personality disorder I don't have. He's posted all this crazy shit about me. I've gotten blacklisted by people like Dave Rubin. I've gotten by all the typical fucking people. I have had people lying about me all over the place, and most of the lies come from the conservative establishment. And this is just fact. I have documented all of this. Do you want to know why, for all the people who are new, that you never heard of me before recently? It's because I have had people on the fucking right trying to silence me and gatekeep me for years. For years. Oh yeah, for years and years. James was running around in private. I found out about this years later. James was running around in private telling everyone and their mother that I was obsessed with him and trying to sleep with him. I have never so much as flirted with James Lindsay. I had to go through all of my DMs with James Lindsay on a live stream. You can still find it on the channel right now to prove I've literally never even flirted with James. And it was all because I made a joke in private to someone else saying James had a giant sword. I made an off-color joke in private that then James took and twisted to say Karlyn totally wants to fuck me, and he spread this lie all around the internet. Okay? That's not the only thing that he's done to me. He has told everyone that I have a personality disorder. He's told people that I'm crazy, all to discredit my work. He's not the only one. Konstantin Kisin Constant people want to, let's just, do you guys want me to spill the tea? 1 in the chat if you want me to spill the tea. 2 in the chat if you're like, Karlyn, maybe rein it in a little bit. Let me get a pulse. I will spill all the tea right now if people want me to spill the tea. 1 in the chat if you want me to spill the tea. 2 in the chat if you want me to shut the fuck up. That's a lot of ones. Okay, let's talk about Konstantin Kisin from trigonometry, shall we? Because a lot of people have tried to get me to go on trigonometry over the years. Guess what? One time, and this was a couple years ago, one of my supporters went into Konstantin Kisin's chat on a live stream. They sent in a super chat and they said, why don't you have Karlyn on to talk about her work? And Konstantin Kisin on this live stream said, all Karlyn does is fight with people. This is one of the lies that the conservative influencer sphere has told about me for years. Karlyn doesn't do any work. All Karlyn does is fight with people. Well, I heard about this and I sent Konstantin Kisin a DM because he used to follow me. And I said, hey, Konstantin, I heard from a member of my community that you said on a live stream that all I do is fight with people. And I just hope you know that I actually do many other things too. And here is a list of all of the stories that I've broken in the past year, because this was around the end of the year. And I'd actually just put together like a year-end review of here are all of the stories that I have broken as an independent journalist over the last year. And I sent that to Konstantin Kisin and I was like, listen, bro, just FYI, here is what I'm working on. Maybe if you want to take a look at it, that's fine. If you don't want to take a look at it, that's fine too. Well, when I sent that to Konstantin Kisin, he unfollowed me on Twitter, and then he blocked me on Twitter, and then Konstantin Kisin started telling everyone that I was crazy and had a personality disorder. Just exactly the same line that James Lindsay's used, because they're friends. You understand? Because the conservative ecosystem is all about who are you friends with? So they were both saying the same thing. Then Colin Wright from the Manhattan Institute also got involved and started spreading smear campaigns about me. And so, yeah, they've and I have the receipts to prove this. I have the screenshots to prove this. They called me a cluster B psycho all over the internet. Okay? So if you guys are wondering why you're just seeing my work, it's because I have been gatekept by the conservative influencer sphere for literally fucking years. Years. They've all known about me, and many of them have spread really awful and vicious lies to try to discredit me, to try to prevent people from seeing my work. But it's over now. It's over. I won, they lost. They can literally go fuck themselves. And I was starting to question this, man. I was starting to question this. I was really starting to question, because like in my head I was like, the truth has got to matter at some point. I really was like, the truth has got to matter at some fucking point. But I was really starting to question if it would ever, I was really starting to be like, is this ever going to happen? Is this ever going to break through? Or am I just going to keep being smeared and defamed by these absolute fucking grifters for the rest of my life? And now it's finally happened, and the truth is breaking through, and the people who care about the truth are finding my work. And I got the interview on Infowars, and I was back on Fox News after several years. And it feels fucking awesome. It feels awesome. And like to the point where I might actually start crying, because like, shit, I'm going to start crying now. You guys are going to make me cry. Like, well, I'm going to make myself cry really, but like, to finally have this moment of vindication after all of this shit that I've been put through, after all of the lies that have been told about me, after all of these people have tried to prevent my work from getting out, people are finally seeing, and we finally broke out of the YouTube shadow ban. More people are on the channel than ever, and there is nothing they can fucking do now. There is nothing that they can do. I really do think we have reached the tipping point of this where there is nothing those assholes can do to prevent my work from getting out anymore. Oh, well, Tim Pool's one of the people that's been lying about me for years. Please. Tim Pool's been telling people I'm a social justice warrior for years. This is part of the reason you will never see me on Tim's show. Tim has lied about me. Tim has ignored my work. You know, I've said mean things about Tim. I think Tim can quite frankly go fuck himself. But like, Tim Pool is another person on the long list of people that has fucking lied about me. Anyway, I got some super chats. Hang on. Don't be a dick to conservatives. I will be a dick to whoever I want to be a dick to. Thank you. Have crime think and other sites on your phone. I have the anarchist and socialist resources right down the street. Well, there's more than just that, but I appreciate it. But I will say whatever the fuck I want about conservatives. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing that is not going to change. And if people don't like it, then they can go somewhere else. James is no conservative. He's not even a Republican. True. Hey, William, thanks for the very generous super chat. I first came to check out the smears, and after listening for free for years, I only recently decided I really do owe you some money for all the hard work. You're awesome. Well, if there's one thing that the smear campaigns did, is it did drive people into my channel to say, what is the truth? Is this person as crazy as everyone's been saying? And when you actually watch my work, you find out I'm actually incredibly boring. I might yell on the internet sometimes, but I'm actually like just a really boring person. So thank you, William. I'm really glad you stuck around. I appreciate it. Robert, you popped up in my link on my YouTube homepage, and then I clicked on your intro video. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. It's exactly like Elon said, evil conservatives that are liars go fuck themselves. So listen, man, this is all a very long-winded way of saying, again, if you're a conservative, I want you to know that you are welcome here, but you also do have to understand that in the conception I have of the world, I think we need to go through the conservative right in order to defeat the left. I really do believe this, just because of all my experiences with this over the last several years of constant gatekeeping, constant smear campaigns, constant defamation, constant bullshit. I really do believe the biggest challenge that we have in defeating the radical revolutionary communist left is the conservative right. Now, if you're a conservative, that doesn't mean you're part of the problem. You can be a part of the solution. Conservatives have to be a part of the solution here, because conservatives are the ones that need to get their own damn influencers in check. Thank you, Maggie. You have done such a service, and you got to watch out for those more established dickheads. Yeah, real. And the reason that we need to defeat the conservative right in order to defeat the far left is that the conservative right and their commentators and their pundits run cover for the real far leftists every single time. They run cover for them by lying about them. They run cover for them by not being honest with people about what's going on and where the funding's coming from. They run cover for them by lying to their audiences repeatedly. They run cover for them by leaning on clickbait content that most of the time isn't even real, but they have brainwashed their audience into believing that stuff is real when it's not. Most conservatives, and this is the biggest problem, guys. Many people on the right think that they understand the far left, but they do not. And this is one of the biggest challenges to teaching people about what the real far left is. And people on my channel can attest to this. We get so many people in the chat all the time who think they understand the left, but they have no idea. They don't understand basic 101 level information about the left. And so we have to hit them upside the head and say, shut the fuck up and sit down and listen and try not to break anything. Because if we don't get them to stop talking and start listening, They never unlearn all of the lies that they've been told. And it's not their fault. And I try to really impress upon this to people. If you think you understand the left because you learned it from the conservative right, you probably don't know as much as you think you do. And that is not your fault. It is not your fault that you have been lied to. It is not your fault that you believe the people who were supposed to tell you the truth and inform you, and they didn't. It is not your fault. But no one can unlearn the information except for you. No one can choose to sit their asses down and open their ears and listen except for you. And if you are unwilling to do that because you are so committed to this political narrative that conservatives have been shilling for years and years and years and years and years, then you're going to continue to be unhinged from reality. Okay? You are going to continue to be unhinged. Her homepage states that she is a psychologist that went deep on the undercover to expose the far left. Is she left this? Oh, so this person thinks I'm a secret leftist. See, here's an example. Karlyn, are you sure you're not a secret leftist that is here to trick conservatives? Do you guys know how many comments I get every single day? Are you sure she's not a secret leftist? It is a humbling experience to go through to realize that everything you think you know about the left is wrong. I had to go through it. Many people had to go through it. Everyone who has become accustomed to my content on this channel, every single person has had to go, holy shit, I thought I knew what the left was, but I really had no idea until I started watching this content. It is a humbling process to go through where you will go through the 5 stages of grief in coming to understand how much you have been lied to by your own side. How much you have been lied to by the people you trusted to tell you the truth. And I understand how hard it is, guys, because I went through it with the Democrats when I left the left back in 2019 and became the knitting Democrat that left the left. I went through it back then with one side. And then I had to go through the whole thing again with the right. You know, you want to know why you didn't hear from me for a couple of years? It wasn't just the smear campaigns. It was that I had to go through the whole process of understanding, holy shit. I have been lied to by these people on the right just as much as I was lied to by the left. And that's when I retreated into my own little bubble on the internet. And I just kind of kept to myself because I was like, I don't even know who I can trust anymore because these people over here lied to me about the left. These people over here lied to me too. It's like, who the fuck can I even talk to? So if you want to learn and you want to understand, you will be welcome here. But you also have to understand that the left is not our only enemy. People on the right who are more committed to a political narrative than they are to defeating the left, they are also our enemy, guys. If people on the right are running cover for the far left because they are so committed to maintaining the approved talking points, they are also our enemy because they are making the problem worse. They are lying to millions of people. They are misinforming the public. It is incredibly fucking irresponsible what conservatives do and how they lie to their audience about what's going on. And part of the reason the left is winning and part of the reason things have gotten so bad is because of conservative influencers and commentators and the approved people that all their channels get supported and they go on all these shows and you see all their stuff all the time and they have these best-selling books and they don't have to do anything but show up and speak the fucking talking points. They are just as big a problem as the fucking left because they are the ones that are willing to sell their souls for money. They are willing to sell us all out for money. They are willing to lie to millions of people for money. Now, I don't mind if you guys pay me money in super chats or subscriptions or anything like that. But just know that I'm never going to lie to you. Just know that every single thing that I tell you is going to be based on primary source evidence that you can see yourself. I will always give you the evidence, and I will always give you the full context of the evidence, not something clipped out of context, so that you can decide what you think. And I tell people this all the time. Do not trust anyone on the internet, and that includes me. Keep me honest always. If I am not presenting you with primary source evidence to back up every single thing that I say, then question it. If I'm saying pinky swear, trust me, bro, say, Karlyn, where the fuck did you learn that? And can I see the video? And I'll say, oh, sure, here you go. I'm working on a feature right now for Decode the Left to make all of this video readily available. So we're working on getting it to be more attainable. But for right now, if you want a source for something, if you want a source for what the content says, just ask for it. Keep me honest, because I don't want anyone on this channel in the habit of trusting anyone on the internet at all, and that includes me, okay? If we want to defeat the left, we have to start hinging back into reality with what the left is saying and what the left is doing, and that's just the way it goes. Oh, I'm so glad you asked this. What do I think of Dave Smith? I think that Dave Smith is a failed comedian that isn't even funny, that just wants to be famous and make money, and he will warm up to whoever he needs to warm up to. I find Dave Smith to be just a completely disingenuous con artist, basically. I don't think that Dave Smith actually believes a lot of the things that he says. I think that Dave Smith cozies up to people that will make him famous and make him more money because he's not funny. Dave Smith is not fucking funny. And I was in libertarian politics for like 2 years, and I had to go to so many Dave Smith shows and pretend that Dave Smith was funny, and he's not. And I've seen enough of Dave Smith behind the scenes and how Dave Smith behaves behind the scenes to know that he is very politically calculating, and his wife wants a big dream house, and Dave has to make money to provide his wife with the lifestyle that she wants. And that is why Dave Smith didn't run for president in the Libertarian Party like he said he was going to. And then everything got all fucked up. Dave Smith and his friends in the Mises Caucus basically fucked over the entire Libertarian Party with his fucking antics. Now, I'm going to say something nice. I do think that if you look at the Joe Rogan episode with Dave Smith and Douglas Murray, Dave Smith kicked Douglas Murray's ass, and Douglas Murray to me is way more offensive than Dave Smith. So I'm not going to say that Dave Smith has no redeeming qualities, because I think he does, but I don't trust Dave Smith. I would never warm up to Dave Smith. I think that Dave Smith will say and do whatever he needs to do to get ahead and to get more famous and to make more money. And that's kind of how I feel about it. That's kind of how I feel about it. Amalek, did you see me on Infowars? I want a full critique. Amalek. Okay, guys, I got to get ready because I got to go do another interview. Let me just get the last of these super chats. Hang on. I really appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. Guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you have mounted the like button if you have not already. Let me grab these super chats. I dropped out of politics during the Biden administration when I kept hearing all of the own the libs BS. The CK murd was what brought me back. You were the first one I sought out. The Charlie Kirk murder. Okay. Yeah, the Charlie Kirk assassination brought a lot of people back. You were the first I thought of. Reinvigorated by your fire. Well, welcome, Pablo. Appreciate you. And it's made obvious to us when we have to allocate precious time. Oh, God, this is the other thing. Yeah. Do you guys know how much time we have to spend debunking conservative talking points about the left? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I should not have to spend like 50% of my energy just debunking conservative retard bullshit talking points about the left. Absolutely. Maria, I learned more about the left from you than by being in the DSA. Well, I do know leftist ideology even better than many people. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for the super sticker. Okay. Well, guys, I would love to stay in chat, but I have another interview I need to do. And I'm going to find the link for the interview so I can put it in the chat. So if you guys want to come and watch it, you can. It's going to be live. It's going to be with my friend DL Cummings. Oh, he was just in my inbox. Where did he go? Where did DL go? Oh, no. My Twitter messages have been all messed up lately. Has anyone else had this problem? DL. Let me get into his DMs. Okay. I'm going to put the link to his YouTube channel in the chat. So if you guys want to come and listen to the DL interview, you can. He's a real good dude. He's a libertarian. I've always appreciated him. Here he is. And this is going to be starting in about 15 minutes. And we're going to do an interview with DL. And it's in the chat. I'll bring it up on the screen so you guys can see it. There it is. There it is. Hey, good day for him to get the interview, isn't it? But I appreciate everyone. I really do. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out. I appreciate you guys supporting me. As thank you especially to all the people who have been supporting me for years and years and years. Again, I really do mean it. This is not just my moment. This is our moment. We've all been working towards this for years. For everyone that's new, we welcome you as well. Please make sure you guys are subscribed to the Substack. If you're not already, that is Karlyn, KARLYN.substack.com. When you get there, just click on this image with my face, and you will find all of the basic things you need to know, and you will find the classes you need to take, and all of that will get you up to speed. And if you want to support the work I'm doing, I would appreciate memberships on the Substack. Substack is my favorite place for people to support me. If you want to send in super chats, that's cool. If you want to become channel members, that's cool. If you want to buy merch in my merch store, that's also cool. I'm going to be launching the special Halloween collection in the merch store in the next day or so. So be on the lookout for that. Don't buy any merch today. Okay, I'm going to say this. Don't buy merch today because the Halloween shirts look fucking awesome. And there's going to be awesome Halloween merch coming very, very soon. Okay. So that's why I'm not pimping the merch store right now, because I want you to wait, and we'll have the merch store up this weekend. Oh, last thing I'll say, Andrew Wilson is a giant pussy. Andrew Wilson basically challenged me to a debate a couple months ago. And then when I said I would debate him on a topic related to the left, Andrew Wilson chimped out, man. He had a massive hissy fit meltdown. Andrew Wilson was screaming about me on the internet saying, "You're not even relevant. Why would I even waste my time with you anyway?" Andrew Wilson is a massive fucking pussy that is afraid to debate me because he knows that I'm not one of his low IQ OnlyFans whores that he debates on the whatever podcast. He is terrified I would kick his ass. Not even close. And it's just too bad because Andrew thought I wasn't relevant enough to spend any time on. Okay. Last super chat, then I got to go. How many elected conservative leaders don't have a valid definition of conservative? They are a mess. I am no longer conservative. I'm a capitalist. Hey, what about a nationalist, Steve? What about a fascist? Maybe we should all just embrace that. I'm just saying. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Thank you so much to everyone supporting the show. I may be back later with protest coverage. I may not be. We'll have to see what's going on tonight. But really, really exciting day. And I appreciate everyone. And I will see you guys soon. Okay? Take care.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital.
That's difficult to answer.